Breaking news out of Los Angeles. The Chargers training camp is heating up, and something unexpected is brewing. New footage has surfaced. Player reactions, Coach Harbaugh's sideline moments, and fans? They're going crazy over what they just saw. But here's the twist. There's one camp storyline stealing all the headlines, and it could change how this entire Chargers season unfolds. Stay locked in, because what you're about to hear, no one else is telling it like this. Before we dive into this exclusive update, take one quick second to subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss a major Chargers update. Now, let's get into what just happened. The Los Angeles Chargers have finally broken their silence. After days of speculation, we're finally seeing footage trickle in from camp, and yes, it's giving fans a lot to talk about. All eyes are on rookie wideout Quentyn Lambert-Smith, who's already making waves with some slick route running and confident grabs. Then there's Quentyn Johnston. After a rocky rookie year, he looks sharper, more focused, and ready to prove people wrong. But the biggest surprise? Coach Jim Harbaugh. Not just coaching, but entertaining. In a mixed-up moment gone viral, Harbaugh jokes, "I say things that aren't meant to be funny, and people laugh. Then I say something that is funny, and nobody laughs." Classic Jim. But behind the humor is the calculated, focused leader who's reshaping the culture around Justin Herbert and this roster. It's intense. It's unpredictable. And honestly, it's exactly the spark this team needed. There's noise swirling around the Chargers. But amid the distractions, something big is happening at camp. Yes, the sudden retirement of Mike Williams stunned fans. And sure, people are tossing around all kinds of takes. Fantasy shows labeling him soft, rumors popping up left and right. But forget the noise for a second, because the spotlight has shifted, and it's shining directly on Quentyn Johnston. And guess what? He's not just surviving in it, he's thriving. Johnston has been glued to the first-team offense, running side by side with Justin Herbert, and he's turning heads every single day. At Monday's practice, he hauled in 2 deep touchdowns, both down the left sideline on go routes, both from Herbert, both flat-out electric. Then came Tuesday. Different day. Same energy. A tough 25-yard grab just outside the red zone, a high ball, defender draped over him, and still, he comes down with it. These aren't your routine catches. They're the kind of plays that separate camp bodies from future starters. He's catching through contact, going over the top, and most importantly, he's doing things we didn't see from him last season. There's still a long way to go, but if Johnston keeps this up, he might not just replace Mike Williams. He could be better. If you've been watching Chargers camp, you've heard it. That rising energy, the buzz from the sidelines. Even the kids going crazy when the plays start popping. But one moment this weekend stood out more than most, and it didn't come from a highlight. It came from a mixed-up interview that showed something bigger. Mindset shift. A reporter asked Quentyn Johnston the kind of question players get all the time. How's your confidence entering this season? Simple question. But Johnston's answer was anything but basic. It's higher than it's ever been. I come in every day and mash the gas. Whether it's in the classroom or on the field, I lean on my coaches. I lean on Justin. And I just remind myself, I belong here. That answer wasn't just talk. You can see it in how he's practicing. You can feel the difference. Yes, he knows the criticism. He knows the drops last year weren't just mistakes. They were momentum killers. And he's not hiding from that. Instead, he's grinding through it. His deep ball tracking has improved. He's running sharper routes, finishing through contact, and making contested catches with confidence. Even when there's a slight bobble or concentration slip, you can tell he's not panicking anymore. That old nervous energy, the hesitation, gone. What we're seeing now is a receiver who's finally letting the game come to him. There were moments last season where he looked stiff, even tense, like every ball was a test. But this camp, he looks loose. He looks natural. And more importantly, he looks ready. One name is starting to echo through Chargers camp, Quentyn Lambert-Smith. He came in under the radar, but that might not last much longer. Because on a deep ball from Justin Herbert, he pulled off one of the wildest catches of camp so far. Herbert rolled out, eyes downfield, pressure coming. He let it fly. And there was Lambert Smith, tracking it through tight coverage, extending at full speed, and bringing it down with one hand, just inches off the turf. It wasn't just a catch. It was a message. This kid's not here to blend in. He's here to compete. The moment that play happened, you could feel it. Coaches took notice. Fans were buzzing. And suddenly the idea of first-team reps doesn't sound so far-fetched. And when you start making highlight reel plays with Herbert throwing to you, that's not luck. That's chemistry. And that can turn a camp body into a roster lock real fast. Don't be surprised if Lambert Smith forces his way into real playing time. Because if that catch was just the beginning, the Chargers might have found something special. You know a catch is special when the sideline erupts. And that's exactly what happened when Quentyn Lambert Smith got both feet down on a tight sideline grab. Precision. Timing. Control. It was one of those moments that didn't just look good. It meant something. Because when you stack that with what Quentyn Johnston has been doing, you start to realize this wide receiver competition is heating up faster than anyone expected. And that brings us to Trey Harris. Quietly, confidently, he's been stacking solid reps of his own. He's not making headlines yet, but make no mistake, he's pushing. Here's what's really happening in Chargers camp. Lambert Smith and Trey Harris are knocking on the door, but Johnston and Ray, they're blowing it open. Now, this doesn't mean the rookies are underwhelming. Far from it. What it shows is that the Chargers suddenly have something they haven't had in years at the receiver position. Depth. And not just any depth. Young, athletic, high-ceiling talent with real chemistry building in camp. We already know what the veteran Ladd McConkey brings to the table: route precision, reliability, polish. But now, instead of relying on one or two names, the Chargers are developing a rotation of playmakers that can all contribute. Johnston's confidence is peaking. Lambert Smith is making a name for himself. Trey Harris is rising. And together, they're giving this offense something it's been missing: danger at every level. The fight is on. And for some players, it's more than just competition, it's survival. Jalen Guyton is one of those guys. He's out there playing like someone who knows. He's not just trying to earn snaps. He's fighting for his job. Meanwhile, the buzz around Quentyn Lambert Smith keeps building. His speed? Undeniable. His explosiveness? Hard to ignore. He's not just catching passes. He's flipping field position and momentum. And with each practice, the Chargers coaching staff seems more intrigued. Of course, Justin Herbert is doing what franchise quarterbacks do: lifting everyone up. Ask him about any receiver, and they're all the best he's played with. Whether it's Johnston, Ladd McConkey, or even Jalen Reagor, Herbert keeps the locker room confident and tight. But while the offense sorts itself out, the defense is shaping its own story. There's been a lot of early hype around rookie linebacker Junior Colson. Many expected him to break out fast. But through 5 practices, Denzel Perryman has made it clear the starting spot isn't up for grabs. Not yet. Perryman has taken nearly every first-team rep next to Daiyan Henley, last year's defensive riser. Still, Colson isn't backing down. On Monday, in full-team drills, he shot through the gap and stuffed a run for a tackle for loss. A reminder that once the pads come on, Colson turns into a different kind of player. As he put it, when the pads come on, that's when the bullets are flying, and that's where the next few practices will matter most. If Colson can close the gap soon, the linebacker battle gets interesting. But if Perryman keeps his grip on that first-team role, the rookie may have to wait his turn.